And we back, and we back, and we back in the same spot. Record a video.
That's a nice voice, man. You should start singing our intro for us.
Wham, wham, wham.
Alright. What's going on, y'all?
Yo.
Welcome back to Small Couch Reviews. Yet again, it's your boy Sam.
It's your boy Jovi.
So, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. That is a movie title and is this movie's genre. Because it literally is all types of movie in here. Definitely an experience.
Yes.
I loved this movie. I actually think I might love it more than Jovi did. I have nothing bad to say about it. So I'm actually going to let you go first before I heap all this praise on it.
Yeah.
But go ahead, try to tell us what you liked, what you disliked. And yet again, I'm going to interrupt you because just like our last video, I forgot to actually tell what this movie's about.
What is it about? Okay.
So, it stars Michelle Yeoh.
Awesome.
I hope I'm saying her name right. She's a fantastic actress.
Amazing.
She is contacted by an alternate version of her husband, played by the little kid from Indiana Jones, right? Yeah.
Yep.
His real name is I have it right here because I want to get it. K.Y. Kwan. I hope I'm saying that right. I'll spell it. His name is Waymond in the movie. Mm-hmm. He shows up and tells her the multiverse is in danger, and she is the version of this woman named Eleven who can save it. Mm-hmm. So they go against. They embark on a quest to stop the multiverse from being destroyed by Judy Tabaki. I'll put her actual name.
That's the plot.
That's the plot.
Because you can't talk about anything else.
Yeah,
because you will never know with this freaking movie.
Yeah, this movie it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's it's called Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I joke that's the genre because you see the trailers, you see there's action. It's an action movie.
Yeah.
But it's not just an action movie. It's a comedy. It's not just a comedy. At its heart, I think it's a family drama. And because it's really about family at the end of the day. Like, it's about Wayman, Evelyn, and their daughter. What's her name? Hold on. I'll look it up. Her name is Joy. Yes. Their daughter, Joy, played by Stephanie Sue. Also fantastic in this movie.
It's so crazy. Yeah, it is. It's a family movie.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's a family movie. And it's also completely nuts. It is bananas, some of the stuff that goes on in this movie. Yeah. But I'll leave it to you.
I mean, you say you may have liked it more. You probably may have liked it more than me, but I don't have many negatives per se. So I'll just talk about some of the coolest, without spoiling, because the story itself is very difficult to explain if I even try to explain it to you.
It's pretty,
because it is an adventure.
Yeah, and I think that actually plays into... It's something you're going to want to rewatch, honestly.
Yeah, no, this is I may even have to get a physical copy of this.
Yeah, definitely.
I really want to watch this again. I want to watch this with the people that I know who else love film, because not only is it great film, it also is a quarter kung fu flick. Mm-hmm. That is I grew up on kung fu. Like, that is my thing. My best friend Matt loves kung fu. The short round is actually a trained kung fu artist.
Oh, and it shows. Jesus. Yeah. This has some of the best forget superhero films. This is some of the best choreography I've ever seen.
That scene next to the elevator only took 2 takes.
Because incredible.
That's how good he is.
That's incredible.
But you would never know that about him. There's a lot of interviews with him right now just talking about how he quit acting and then how he's coming back. So I think everybody should check it out and give him his flowers. But I'm not even going to go that deep into, that. But great story. Great. It's so over the place, so I'm not saying it flows. The point is that you're as an experience. It's a trippy ass experience. And I have to watch it again sober. But maybe this is something that I can watch under the influence of something, because it's so much going on. Maybe I could catch something that I can't catch being so.
I think that because he's jumping to so many different multiverses, there's going to be something you see.
Yeah. And y'all know I'm the detail guy.
Yeah.
And I love that stuff, so they don't mess up. They don't mess up with the idea that this person is in this universe and they're jumping.
Yeah.
They don't mess that, and that's hard. That's really hard. Even at the end, we both asked the question, like, which one is she? Or
who is she?
Who is she?
Like, who are we watching at the end? Like, it was. That's why. I mean,
yeah.
Normally I'd be frustrated by something like that, but in this, I'm intrigued. This thing, yeah.
And then knowing, because without giving the story away, who she's talking to at the end too.
Yeah.
That's how you could realize, okay, who actually is at the end,
mm-hmm.
which is really cool, guys. Like, seriously, when you talk about it's a family movie, it's not only a family movie, it's a parent-child movie too. Like, it's a lot of in these mom, like, we need to do a review on this. What's the one? Turning Red.
Oh yeah, the Pixar, is it?
Yeah,
Pixar.
Yeah, Pixar. Turning Red is like story about a mom and a daughter. This is a story about a mom and a daughter, and their dad is just saying is there, but
mm-hmm.
you realize how important he is when you don't win. So it's a dynamic for me as having a family that hit hard at the end. It was just like, oh, you gotta really not be too hard on your kids, because at the end of the day, they are going to get older and they're going to make their own choices.
Yeah. They leave the nest and everything. Yeah.
And then talking about partnership, your partner is everything. Your partner's always going to be there for you. And these are things that you, even though it's trippy and all that, that's how it all comes to a big close. And that's my only spoiler I'm going to give you. I'm not going to tell you how it gets there.
Yeah.
But I say all that to say, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Had so much fun with it. Like, I was just giddy, giggling, just in my chair. Like, I have my feet up. I'm just like this.
He really was.
Took my shoes off, and I'm just in there, just like, this is so fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really crazy because we were on a given a 3.5 or maybe,
right,
like a streak. And the last two films we have seen have been very good, obscure, like out of this, just weird.
Yeah.
But very entertaining, and I really hope that this movie gets the attention it deserves. Because if it doesn't win an award, it's just showing me that the Academy and just people just don't get film.
Yeah, no.
And that's what I'm going to end it. I'm not going to say anything negative.
Yep. Okay, Brody.
Yeah.
So let me preface. I do not know how long this is going to be. I'm going to try to reduce it. So I'm not going to get into. We already said the acting. The acting is fabulous.
Yeah.
There is nothing wrong with the acting. Let's just leave it there. I loved the comedy in this movie. Mm-hmm. I was laughing quite a bit. Mm-hmm. There are just too many scenes from just when Evelyn, Michelle Yeoh's character, when she's discovering what this thing is. And she's just like, no, I don't want to do this. And she's pushing things away. And she's pushing her husband away. Yeah. It's hilarious. Their chemistry together is just it's so funny.
Really looked like they were married.
Yeah. The different versions she jumps into, they are funny. There's one where she's in a Ratatouille universe. Like, literally a chef is using a raccoon. They called him Raccoony.
Raccoony. And this was a callback. And this is why this movie's so brilliant. It's a callback from something Wayman said.
Yes. Because he mispronounced Ratatouille as Raccoony. And there's literally a universe where it's a raccoon driving a chef. There's a universe where they have hot dogs as fingers. Oh my god. Yeah, when they showed how they evolved from apes with hot dog fingers, me and Jovi, we actually laughed out loud. The
whole theater could not contain themselves.
Oh, man.
It don't care how conservative you are, how calm, how chill you are. You're gonna die fucking laughing when you see that. And I can't explain. Hot dog fingers is enough.
Yes.
But when you see it,
yeah, man, it's insane. I also enjoyed how each one of the multiverses, multiverse counterpart, had their own little story. Mm-hmm. Each one of them had something they were dealing with, whether it's a jilted lover or their cooking career or something. Yeah. I also really liked how this movie handled the multiverse. So it's not like in Spider-Man where Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield came to Tom Holland's universe,
right,
and all three of them were there. It's literally one consciousness jumping into that universe. Mm-hmm. So it's not like two Evelyns were ever together. She would jump into one person's body and then automatically get that person's memories. Yeah. I enjoyed how they did that. And I also enjoyed, like...
I love it.
So, without giving I don't want to give it away because I think it's really cool to see. But the way you have to get to your alternate... At first, you see Wayman when he's explaining what she has to do... You're seeing him do some weird stuff, and you're like, what the heck are you doing? This is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. But then when they explain what's going on, you're like, that's actually quite brilliant, because doing that stuff, honestly, that would make sense why you could become this person. Yeah. So, I mean, and we already said it, when she jumps into a person, she gets their memories, and she can, like, somehow, like, be that person with their memories while also still being in her own universe. Right. So that's how she gets her martial arts ability. She jumps into a kung fu master,
and she kills it.
And bruh, her and Wayman. When I say the action is good, I mean there are wide shots. You see every punch, every kick. The camera, like like when there's a scene when her husband Wayman, he's on the ground, and he's like he's fighting on the ground. The camera doesn't it's not like an overtop angle. The camera actually comes down. No. So you see him at the ground using his feet and his hands to fight. Like, the cinematography is amazing.
You can tell that they called their old homies up and was like, "Yeah, we're making this scene has to be a kung fu scene. We need your direction, and we need because she worked with Jackie Chan, and like that's how it felt. Like it really felt.
Oh, I didn't know she worked with Jackie.
Yeah,
Chan.
That
makes sense.
Yeah, like she was. What makes her career so dope is, for being a woman, she went into an all-male. Women's always the one crying and needs help. No, she was in movies kicking ass. Back in the day. Gotcha. That's what makes, when you see it, and she's still, she's older.
Yeah, and she still got it. Yeah. So, I mean, action, superb. And there are many action scenes where she fights many different ways. It's awesome. Her and her husband, both are great.
Crazy. Who knew short round?
Yeah, I know, man.
Kick ass.
And yeah. I love the different multiverse. Like, they're different versions of people that they know. Like, her father, for example. There's a version of him.
That's hilarious.
I didn't. His original version is just this docile dude who just wants to, he wants to enjoy his life, eat his food, see his granddaughter, go home. His multiverse counterpart, is just... He's hilarious, yo.
And
he speeds around in this wheelchair,
ridiculous.
Oh, man.
And it's like superhuman.
Yes. I love seeing that. But I think what I like most about this movie, Jovi said it, the relationship between Evelyn and her daughter Joy, it was just spectacular. Joy, the actress Joy, Stephanie Sue, which again I hope I'm saying it right.
She killed it, man.
She
showed her acting abilities.
Yeah. She actually she also, like Evelyn, can multiverse jump. So her being different people, showing up in different costumes, it was spectacular.
It was like one scene, she was like 10 people.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
And then, I just like the ridiculous of the movie. I mean, there are scenes where, people are literally being turned into confetti. Yeah. Or, there's, a giant bagel that's eating everybody. It's insane, but in a good way. Oh, I loved it.
I'm going to see this.
Yeah. I had so much fun with this movie, guys. Yeah. I literally have nothing negative to say. Acting was great. Story was complicated, but at its core, the family dynamic was fantastic. Okay. Paced very well. There's nothing that I felt was missing or needed to be added. And dude, seriously, I have zero negative to say about this. Zero negative. I don't know. Joey's gonna give this. I'm going 5, but I want to say it's 5 and beyond. It's beyond awesome. It's so good.
It has to win something. It really this. It has to win something because it's so good. And just thinking about what you were saying, pacing. Everything comes to a close in all these universes, but it also comes to a close in whatever we get left with. That's really hard to do.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he's right. Every single Universal story that we see, you would think it'd be annoying, but it's not. Every single Universal story that we see, there's a conclusion to it.
Like,
the Evelyns in that universe deal with whatever problem they're dealing with.
So it's just like you think you're getting you're always like, oh, this is the end of the movie. Oh, this is the end of the movie. Oh, it is. We literally saw the end of the movie for the whole.
Yeah,
thing.
and then I'm not gonna spoil it. But,
yeah.
At the end you see our Evelyn's ending and what she's dealing with, and it's really good. It's really good, y'all.
Yeah. So I'm going with 5-2, or also, again, I need this to get something.
Yeah, it really should be seen.
And the fact that we didn't even mention this, man. This was a heavy Asian cast.
I think it was all except for Jamie Lee Curtis. I think actually all major. Let's say there are 4 main characters.
Yeah,
it's Michelle Yeoh.
Sure.
I'm going to get his name.
Read all of
His name is K.Y. Kwan.
Yep.
And Stephanie Sue. And then the 4th major character is Jamie Lee Curtis from the Halloween films, who's the white lady. But yeah.
The fact that she's in the movie, guys, I didn't even say anything. That's fucking. I didn't want to say anything because you need to see her performance.
Yeah, she's actually really good at this movie.
It's something you would never think she would do.
She has some multiversal counterparts.
Yeah.
She's big in the hot dog universe. That's the only spoiler I'll give.
That's
definitely
hilarious.
Go watch it, guys. All right, so yeah, your small couch review score is 5. Like I said, it's 5 beyond awesome. So yeah, guys, if you saw it, please let us know what you thought down there. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Then let us know what you think down there.
This is if the last one that we did a review, or the first one, or if you're watching this first, if we're saying that's a must see, this is a must see for everybody in multiple times. Like I said, I will be seeing this. I have to see this multiple times.
Yeah.
I want as many people that I know that like film. I was waiting for this review to come out to do this, but I'm hitting everybody up. It's go see it. If you want to see it again,
I'll go with you.
I'll go with you.
I seriously will. I will go with anyone who wants to see this movie again.
So
I liked it that
I'm sure there's going to be some haters and somebody down in the comments saying it wasn't that great. But I would just love for you to tell me why you didn't tell us why you didn't like it, and then what you would prefer. What would compare? What is a better movie to you with the same just feeling and how dynamicness of this?
Yeah, this is probably the most unique movie I've ever seen.
Straight up.
Yeah, probably. I'd have to think about it, but whoever's mind came up with this, wonderful job, and thank you.
I have nothing else to say.
I agree, guys. As always, please go ahead, click that subscribe button, that little bell button. It'll really help us out. And yeah, man, that's it for our review. Until next time, we out.
Deuces.